I think the interesting thing about the OTT panel yesterday was we saw representatives from all corners of interested stakeholders in terms of the success of our industry. We had operators like Osman Sultan and from Du and some representatives from Etisalat talking about building the infrastructure. We also had Google represented, where they talked about delivering connections or information to their subscribers or their customers, and trying to find a happy medium where the ecosystem can grow healthily. I think it's yet to be decided, but it's good to have that conversation. I think that discussion is really rich, and that's why everyone was so interested to listen to what they had to say. We had two regulators. We had the Bahraini TRA, and we also had Emad Habola from Lebanon. We also had Etisalat represented, as well as a Bahraini challenger operator. And we talked about things like, are we investing fast enough? What's the role of the regulator in terms of ensuring the ecosystem is healthy? One of the things I posed to the group was, are we heading for a digital crunch? Will the demand of consumers outstrip our ability to invest? Is that coming? And our guesstimate in our small panel was perhaps in 5 years we might see that. So then the next question is, what will regulators do if they need to do something? And again, that question is hanging in the air. We haven't bumped into it yet. We start to forecast this growth, and we're trying to develop our technologies to meet it, but there's more discussion to be had, and I think that's probably a good reason why it was an interesting panel. I think the obvious ones are the explosion of data consumption. Something that's been not really mentioned at all, but I think is significant, is the amount of second-hand smartphones in the market. A phone today in 5 years' time will be 5 years old, and it might have been handed over or sold a couple of times. But what it means is that never before, people who don't have the means to have a smartphone today are going to have an amazing connection to the internet in only a few years' time. And that's going to create a great opportunity for operators, because now we can deliver better and more interesting services to those people who might not have had means in the past. But it also means that we need to do it in a way which is healthy for the ecosystem. Continue to invest in capacity, coverage, all of those things. And there are a lot of trends which have also been mentioned, which I think have been well stated. But for me, this one is going to create an interesting demand and an opportunity and a challenge for all of us. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. I think the summit has landed at just the right time. When you see the attendance, the quality, the discussions that we're having, I think over the last few years, what we found is that our future felt quite stable, and there weren't so many things to discuss. Now we start to see as LTE is now being really deployed. It's moved off the PowerPoint slides and into real life. Also, how do we finance that? How do we tease out the economics behind it? What are the consumers really looking for? We have the crunch between over-the-top players and existing operators who are burdened with the investment. We have the regulators in the middle. I'm very happy to be here. I think it's great to listen, to voice our opinions, and hopefully see how the future will pan out.